and welcome to the Spirit of South Australia. My name's Roy Fensom and I will be your company tonight, your interviewer and whatever else I can be. So what we will be doing tonight is to talk to Maria Clark from Pendulum. It's going to be one of those nights, I can tell. We will be talking with Maria Clark from Pendulum Magic. But first of all, if you are interested in being a sponsor or appearing on the show, we welcome you and we hope that you will contact us at wellnessfairs@outlook.com and we will send you either an application for the appearance, or we will answer whatever questions we can for a sponsor. Now, also, just to keep you informed, we will be talking to mediums, healers, retail sellers, retreat owners, food stalls, and we try to have such a diverse categories that we draw everybody from all over South Australia. And we promote as much of the spiritual wellness and health aspects of the people in South Australia. This isn't to preclude people from interstate, but simply to make those people that are in South Australia seem even more wonderful and more personal. These are local businesses and we're always on the outlook and keeping you up to date with what's going on. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like the channel and subscribe if you can. It makes everything seem better and it makes us feel better that we're out there helping you. So I think it's time that we got down to the chinwag with Maria. So we'll call her up and we'll start the interview. Hello, Maria. How are you?
Hi. How are you?
Lovely to see you. Sorry to sort of catch you out of context, so to speak. We haven't got the big jewellery fairs around us. But I would certainly like to know what got you into pendulums.
I went to a workshop about 4 years ago and we needed a pendulum. So I went out looking for something that obviously a pendulum is going to be quite precious. I couldn't find one that I liked, so this is the first one that I ever made. I made my own.
Oh, lovely. I like the little piece on the end there.
Yep, it's got a little angel wing. I had all the tools from years ago. I used to make just bits and bobs. I've always been quite crafty. But yeah, that sort of got me started. And I think a pendulum can be made from anything, really. Doesn't have to be a crystal. It can be a necklace with a ring on it, or it can be pretty much, there's lots of different things that you can use. I always think that a pendulum is more magical if you use your favourite crystal. Everybody's got a birth crystal or, a favourite. You might have a really, like this is one of my favourites. It's a purple howlite that I bought. I made that one into a pendulum too. I've got quite a few, Roy. You can imagine, can't you?
Oh yeah. I've been to enough markets to see them all around the place. Does the size make a difference?
Not really. It's how it feels in your hand. Most of the people that come to my stall, they know as soon as they pick it up, they'll look with their eyes, and then as soon as they pick it up, they know whether it feels right. I've had some people that have come to make pendulums at my workshops. They've said to me, I made the wrong choice with the crystal that I picked. It's not working for me. Can I swap it? So it's personal choice, really. I feel like they kind of choose you. So as soon as you pick it up, it might not necessarily be the one that you see, but once you pick it up and you feel it in your hand, you kind of know. Yeah.
That seems to be the foregone conclusion, so to speak, of just about everything when it comes to spirituality. If it feels right and what you're doing is enlivening the energy that you have,
Yeah.
then that's what you should be doing, and that's the object you should be using. It doesn't
That's
matter
right.
whether it's crystal or wood or something
That's
else.
right. That's right. It could be a piece of string. It doesn't matter. And I also, I'm a very firm believer in you know, if you've made it yourself or if you've chosen the bits that go into it, then it has to have your energy. And then if it's got your energy, and there's believing in it as well, you get the naysayers that say, how can that work? How can you have a piece of crystal on a chain and it tells you yes and no and things like that? But you'd be amazed how they work.
It's no different to dowsing rods.
Yeah. I've made a few of those as well in the past, just out of different bits and bobs. So
yeah. I've got a couple of sets myself, and I don't argue with it. It works, and that's if you ask the right question and just use it the way it goes, and never argue, just go with the flow.
That's right.
Now, do you make the bases or the hanging clips as well?
Yeah, hang on. I've got a board here. So I do these. So you can, I mean, this is just one of the examples.
Oh, that's awesome. I love the skull.
It just says yes, no. So I do a workshop where you can come along and you can make your own one. I've got all the different stencils. You can put whatever you want on it. But I also sell these on my stall as well. I don't know if you can.
Does size matter with that? I mean, no, I would think that.
To be honest, Roy, I've got little coaster size ones as well. I also sell the velvet mats that have got all the star signs on, and you can have a printout off of the internet that just says yes, no, maybe, or you can just use your hand. I mean, rule of thumb, when I sell a pendulum, I always say to people, charge it first of all with your energy. So keep it in your handbag, put it under your pillow, that kind of thing. So it's got your energy on it. Cleanse it if you feel it needs cleansing, because it's obviously been on my stool and everything else. And then once it's charged, ask it a question that you know the answer to. So show me yes, and it will show you yes. It's different for everybody as well. It's not necessarily the same for everybody. And then I always say, is my name Maria? So I know that confirms yes. Show me no, and then you're good to go.
Lovely. And so, I had a question that came out of that. Now it's completely gone. Cool.
Sorry, that was me jabbering.
No, I try to remember the questions as they go along, because it's stuff that I want to know as well. It's not just about, you know, what I think other people want to know. I guess if I don't know, then the chances are I'm asking the correct questions. But is it only like the yes, no, maybe, or is there other items that you can put around the board?
I've got one of the mats that I sell. It's got the alphabet around it. It's not a Ouija board or anything like that. It's just literally a pendulum mat. It's got the alphabet and it's got numbers. So recently we did a workshop where we found out who our spirit guides were, and then we asked them to spell the name out. So you held your pendulum over it and it spelled out different names with the alphabet. So things like that. So they're quite diverse. Other things that you can do, if you want to pick a paint color for your room, so you can put your paint chips down that you get from Bunnings, hold your pendulum over and see which one it moves to, things like that.
I am impressed.
There's lots and lots of things that you can use a pendulum for. If you're really into your pendulum, there's lots of things you can use it for, or you can just have it for if you've made a decision on something and you just want it to back it up, or things like that. Have I made the right decision? Yep, I've made the right decision, or that kind of thing.
And you mentioned that you're doing workshops. Is that a regular thing, or just an occasional thing that you run?
No. I do. There's quite a few different workshops. We've just finished last night, actually. We did a altar box. So this is just like a little travel kit, and you make all the bits that go inside. So you make the box, all the bits that go inside. There was an incense burner, a little cauldron incense burner. there was an altar cloth. We made our own altar cloths. We made our own special witchy pendulum to go in there. We made a wand. So that took 6 weeks over a Wednesday night from 7 till 9. I do another one where you can make a fairy garden.
Oh, isn't that cute?
So that's just one evening. That's very quick to make that one.
And with Christmas coming up, an ideal thought.
Yeah. Well, I'm like I say, well, I'm a firm believer. If you make something and it's got your energy in it, it's got your love in it. So if you're giving a gift like that, or if you're making something because you want to use it as a tool, then you know you're always better to make. You don't have to be artsy or crafty or anything. Just have to be sort of shown how to do it. And you know, I try and make it as simple as I possibly can for people that aren't crafty or haven't ever painted before or something like that. So
absolutely brilliant. I'm always happy to see people that are putting on workshops and things for other people to gain more information and more skills.
Yep.
With COVID going around, we have become a little bit more arts and crafty.
Yeah.
We're starting to get back into the habit of actually using our brain and not relying on China to make all of our goods for us.
Yeah.
So, now I'm at a quandary because I've got 3 questions in the back there and not one of them is showing up. So I've got to continue. There's a hint of English county or something in the background. Are you from England or?
Yes. Yeah. I'm from England. My hubby's Australian. He was born over here.
But you came over here, or you brought the pendulums with you, or you did that when you got here?
No, he lived in England for most of his life. He had up to his teenage years here, and then he moved back to England with his family. Obviously, I met him, but we moved over here. We've been over here 8 years now. So, yeah, I had to get my citizenship. Obviously, he's already Australian.
He's an Aussie. He doesn't need it. But
no.
Yeah. So, did you bring pendulums with you, or did you start when you came here?
That one, like I say, 4 years ago, I also make rosaries. So this is where I started years and years ago. I made a rosary. I've got my family's Italian. So my nan in Italy wanted a new rosary. So that's where I started years and years ago, made her a rosary, which they're quite time consuming because there's quite a lot in a set of rosary beads. But yeah, I had all the tools and bits and bobs and beads. And like I say,
are they on your stall as well?
Sorry, yeah, I sell them on my stall. Yeah.
What's the other stuff you're going to have on the stall?
Well, this is the newest thing that I've got at the moment. I've done these. I'll show you. So you can come along to my stall and you can pick the crystal that you want. So there's lots and lots of different crystals. Yeah. You can pick the pendant that you want, the other end of your pendulum as well. So there's lots and lots of different pendants. And then you pick the body of it. And this is all hand knotted. So you can see it's all hand knotted. So basically it's like a mix and match for your pendulum. So you can choose, for people that don't want to come and make their own, it's just a way of them being able to choose the crystal and it all just clips on.
And this is all happening on the stall when they come in?
Yep. Yeah, everything's all done separately and they just choose their bits. I've sold quite a few of these. They've been very popular.
I can't imagine why.
They're a little bit time consuming to make, but they are pretty special because you can choose all your own bits.
But being able to pick what you think suits you.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a big thing. I mean, most people, you walk in, they've got the pendulums. Yeah. But it might have the crystal you want on the bottom, but you're not overly thrilled with what's on the top half.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And then I've got these, which are new as well, which are pens. says, hang on, let me find
You've lost it. You've got to go right when you think left.
Oh, that's right. There you go. So
That's
these have
better.
also got. I've made them so that they've got detachable pendulums on them.
Oh, isn't that cute? I love that idea.
You use it as a pen.
Yeah,
And
and
then you've
then
got
if
the
you've got a
pendulum.
serious question to ask, you just connect the
Yep.
pendulum and away you go.
So when your boss says to you, "Can you do overtime tonight?" you can say, "Hang on a minute."
Yes, no. Maybe.
I've just got some new wands that I've been making as well, some bigger ones that are beaded, and that's it really. And another new one of, I said to you, you don't necessarily have to have a crystal at the end.
Yeah.
So just a few new bits that I'm just playing with. I always, I think with the pendulum,
Is that the female body on the end of it?
It is. It's a goddess body.
My goodness.
Goddess body at the end there.
I've seen these before in candles and the like, and
yeah,
they seem to be popping up everywhere now.
They do. Yeah. So yeah, I just try and keep things a little bit different. Trying to keep. I've got some new. I've seen got some inspiration off a lady on the internet a couple of months ago, and she made waist beads. So they're the little tiny seed beads, and you tie them round. You make them so they fit around your waist, and then you can add little bits to them. So I've made mine sort of witchy. I've got the all-seeing eyes that you can put on them and things like that. So that's something else that I'll be bringing along to the one that we've got coming up in a couple of weeks.
The John McVeigh.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yes. Yeah. We've done it down there probably be 4 or 5 years ago.
Really?
And the last time we did it, we were pretty much packed out. So I'm hoping for the same response again this time.
Yeah.
So we will see. We will see.
Well, there's not many that happen this side of town, is there? So.
Oh, that's. I don't want to go down this road basically because there's a lot of markets and fairs that go on, but they tend to be very mixed. Whereas I tend to run the spiritual and wellness aspects, so they tend to be the same people, just in different areas. But we've got a wonderful group of people that are coming through, and I'm always happy to have new people coming in like yourself. Mm-hmm. I don't think you've done any of our fairs, have you, up to this point?
I did them when you was at Modbury. I've done the ones that you had at Modbury.
At the Beauregard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did the ones there. And I did the ones that you did a couple of years ago before COVID hit when you was at Golden Grove as well. I did a couple there.
Yeah.
I didn't do Flinders Street though because that was too cold for me.
So when you first came on tonight, I thought, I know that face. I know that face from somewhere. Where the hell do I know that face? And now that you mention, doing Beauregard, I'm thinking, oh, you idiot, Roy, you've totally forgot when she came down and did the. Oh, God.
That's okay.
But
I won't expect.
Is there anything that you would like to tell people that I have forgotten to ask?
Not really. I can't think of anything that we haven't covered. I mean, it's. I'm just trying to think now. You've put me on the spot now, Roy. Hang on.
Oh, of course, that's what I do. When is your next course starting up? Sorry.
I've got one next Wednesday night. I'm making. We're making loose incense, because the ladies, when they did this course where they made their altar boxes, I've got a little cauldron incense burner that we made. So we're making loose incense to go with those. So that's the next one coming up.
Are you making cones or sticks?
No, loose incense to burn on the coals.
Just loose.
That you burn on the coals.
And you'd best state the date, because if they watch this in the future, they will want to know that they've missed it.
Right. Okay. So that's next Wednesday, which is, what's the date today?
The 9th. So that would be about the 13th,
Yeah.
14th?
Yep. 7 o'clock until 9:30.
Mm.
You get a beautiful little antique bottle, because whenever I go op shopping, I collect, if I see a nice little bottle, I always collect them to take your loose incense home in. I've got the coals if you haven't got any coals. But like I say, the ladies that are coming next Wednesday, that I've got booked for next Wednesday, have already made their little incense burners.
So that is already full up and done with?
No, I've still got some space. I only like to have about 5 or 6 in my room, because it's not a massive room. And I always think that it's nice to have, if there was 20 people here, then I can only spread myself out so far. So I like everybody to feel like they've had, quite a bit of my time. And if ever anybody gets stuck or anything like that, I'd like to be able to help. So I normally have 5 or 6 people around the table.
So, assuming that they don't make it to this one, do you have a date for the next one?
I haven't, because I've been busy making things for the markets. I haven't posted up the next dates yet. There is quite a bit coming up.
So, if I put up your Facebook page, they can find the next dates that are coming up.
It's
on
under
that
events.
page.
Yeah, under events. Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. We'll leave that up there so that people can see it and get it and take care of it.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you.
Well, I drink wine and get drunk. Makes the interviews better. So the next fair that you're at will be John McBatey on the, come on, Roy, June 17th.
I was just going to say 17th, isn't it? Yeah, I've actually got a market on Sunday at Clemzig, but yeah, then yours is next. And then and then at the end of the month, I don't know who's organising it, but I'm lucky enough to get into the there's a market which is at the Queen's Theatre, and it's a Harry Potter.
Oh, you're going in there?
Yeah. So
that's
I'll be selling,
very upmarket.
I'll be selling my wands and my pendulums and things there. So
we went there probably 12 months ago, and the way that they have it set out, the stalls, it's very well done. So I wish you well on that, and I know that'll be a good market. So you can guarantee on that one.
Fantastic.
Now, if there's nothing else, I'm trying to think of questions that are related to pendulums. What would be probably the most used item in a pendulum? Not just crystals, but I mean a particular crystal or a metal object, or
probably my most popular crystal is always rose quartz or amethyst. People just get drawn to that. Clear quartz is quite a popular one as well. Sometimes when I have a little bit stranger crystals, they tend to sit there a little bit longer. I think that the stranger ones, everybody has a favourite crystal. I mean, mine's amethyst. That's my birthstone. And like I say, the ones that are a little bit different, they tend to sit there a little bit longer. The most popular one that I think I ever made, I made one that was sterling silver. So the chain was silver, the pendants were silver. And then I used the Swarovski crystal for the point. I mean, it was quite expensive because it was all silver, and silver, it's the hardest thing to make because it's so soft. But that took pride of place on my stall. That was quite a popular. Just things like this, I said to you about, I make the rosaries as well. I mean, this took me a day to make because it's all hand knotted. So I think sometimes when people sort of ask you, like you said, we can all buy a pendulum from China that cost you $5 or $10 or $15, but no love's gone into that. Well, I say that. I'm assuming that no loves. It's just been made in a factory somewhere, but
as quickly as possible and as cheaply as possible. And in the last, we used to deal a lot in stones from turquoise right through the gamut, and we found that the Chinese were buying up all of the crystals around the world.
Yeah.
And then we got a group of crystals that were just a little bit different. And it turned out that they were actually not crystals.
Yeah.
They looked like crystals, but they weren't crystals. And it was at that point I started thinking, this is the wrong game. I've got to get out of these crystals, or at least where I'm buying them from, because it's just not the quality and the thing I want to offer my customers. And that's one of the points that I wanted to try and get across to everybody that watches these, whether it's here in South Australia or anywhere in Australia or in the world. When you're buying these items, feel them, check them, make sure they are crystals or they are the correct wood or whatever these people are using, because it's becoming more difficult, I think, to separate a very good copy from the real thing.
Yeah. Well, you say that, right? When I bought that, I bought the point and was told it was purple howlite. But I've since been told that it's actually dyed. So it's, howlite comes black and white, doesn't it?
Yeah, it comes in a white.
So it's manufactured. So although I love this and it is a beautiful crystal, it's still...
It isn't what it's made out to be. Yeah.
No, that's right. So...
But that's one of the problems with... I guess it's not a problem. It's one of the pitfalls that are available now.
Yeah.
That some of these people are doing to the stones. They're colouring them, and they're not the way they should be, because it affects the energy of the crystal.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, if you're buying rose quartz, you want rose quartz. You don't want blue rose quartz, because it ain't rose quartz.
Yeah.
I just try to encourage people to be sure that they're talking to you or the person on the stall to make sure that what they're buying is what they're booking in for.
Yeah.
And I know yourself that the products that you have are going to be top notch. I don't want to make this sound as if I'm trying to have a go at you. Yeah. I'm not. I just want people that are buying to contact you and say, look, I want this. I'm sure that if they ring up or they sent a message to you and said, look, I want a pendulum that's got a silver body to it with a particular crystal on the end of it, and I can pick it up on this day, you would certainly be there to do that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've done that before lots of times.
Yeah.
So... also, if anybody ever wants anything custom made, so I had a lady recently that wanted me to get her a wolf pendant, like a wolf, like a dog.
The wolf's head. Yeah.
She wanted a wolf. She wanted a specific chain, a specific crystal. So I made it up for her, and took it to the next market, and she was happy. So,
And that's the ones that you get to keep the longest, because they know that you're going to offer them what they want.
Yeah, I can custom make anything. If there's anything that you want, if you've got a favourite crystal and you want to have it made into a pendulum, you can do that as well. There's lots and lots of variations.
Absolutely lovely. We've come almost to the end. What I would like to do is to stick you back into the library again. I'll just close off, and then I'll just have a quick chat with you at the finish, if you don't mind.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you very much. I'll say namaste so that people know that we've finished with you. Thank you. Now, just to keep you up to date with what's going to be happening, next week we will be talking to Chris Svensson, who is an astrologist, and he will be talking to us about how astrology can affect and the bearing it has on our lives, our job, and the aspects that will affect us the most. So look forward to that one. That will be on Tuesday next week. So keep an ear out for that one and check the site. Also, if you're interested in contacting Maria, please go to the Facebook page. It's up there. Take note of it and get in touch with Maria. Whether it's now or later, it doesn't matter. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe, like the page, like the channel, so that we can bring you more of these and we can gain a lot more people onto our channel. We appreciate that no end. And for those of you that would like to know, we have the John McGaiety Fair coming up very shortly, end of next week, and we'll just run the advert very quickly. We thank you for watching The Spirit of South Australia. We hope that you've found some benefit from talking to Maria today. And please tune in again for the next one and the ones that are coming up, for the people that we have coming up who may well be healers or have some specific talent that we want you to know about and get in contact with. If you're running any fairs and would like us to sort of mention it so that we can pick up more people, we're more than welcome to drop us a line and we will put the fair up if we can. Thank you very much, people. It's been a great day. Namaste. I hope to catch up with you next week. Been a pleasure.